Welcome, everyone. It's Matt, and today we're going to do the weekend review for December 9th through 14th. And there is a lot of events going on, so let's go. So we have Max Monday, and for the 9th, it's going to be Krabby. Along with Krabby, we will have the starters Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. We also have Squavette. All in all, this is going to be a pretty good week. Well, actually, we will have about 2 weeks of these for our lower levels. And it looks like Krabby's most likely going to be another 2-star, and it's a little unfortunate that we have to pay 400 instead of 250 for it. It's not something I'm very happy about Niantic's plans here. But for Krabby, we do see that Krabby is weak to electric and grass. So obviously, you're going to take a Rillaboom, Venusaur, or a Toxtricity against Krabby, and it will be a pretty easy battle. Krabby takes reduced damage from fire, ice, steel, and water. And it upgrades to Kingler, which keeps its weaknesses and strengths, doesn't gain a different typing. Kingler's fast attacks are earth, steel, and water. Obviously, you're probably going to want to stick with water for its specific for the max attack. Speed for Mudshot and Metal Claw is pretty impressive. And because with that you have 3 different elements and they're fairly different, and you can use steel and it takes reduced damage from steel, it is a pretty good steel damage type. But all in all, we're still most likely going to keep it with water. And the main issue with it is there's already 3, this would be the 3rd water unit. At least that's of note. We have Inteleon, which is the best attack and has roughly the same stamina as Kingler. And the other one is Blastoise, and that has a G-Max, and so that makes it already the best attack in general overall. So for Kingler, you're going to be looking at steel versus steel, or potentially or ground, and it doesn't take any additional damage from the types that ground's weak to as much. But all in all, I think this is kind of one of those where it would be fun to get 1 or 2, but you don't really need it. All right, for the more of the meat here, we have the Young and Wise. That's going to be happening from December 10th at 10 a.m. until Saturday, December 14th at 8 p.m. And we will have another event that's tucked in during this time period as well. But the event bonuses include 2 times XP hatching for eggs and 2 times XP winning for raid battles. All in all, with the timing of this at 2 XP for winning raid battles is pretty nice overall. And it would be very useful during that Saturday at the very least. On top of it, we do have some pretty good mega raids as well. And so let's go ahead and kind of get through some of this. For the 1-star raids, we have Shinx, and upgraded, it becomes actually a pretty good electric type attacker with Spark and Wild Charge. Scraggy, which is just a unit if you're really looking for the shiny version. Tyrant, which upgrades into a very good rock type attacker. Then we have Phantup, who I might actually raid for because I'm still looking for the shiny, and that shiny is one of my favorite shinies. And finally, Jangmo-o, who is actually a really good gym defender and a decent PvP unit, but not something that's super strong, but it's something that can be used as a change-up and used well. All in all, it's actually a pretty star-studded 1-star raid in my opinion. For the 3-star raids, we have Alakazam, which is actually a very good psychic type attacker, but I would highly suggest that even though we did have the Mega Alakazam beforehand, to wait for the next Mega types before doing these 3-star battles. Um, Oranguru, stats would say is should be a really good PvP, but really is not. It just doesn't have the skills necessary to really shine in any direction. Grandpa would have been a really good PvP, but its attack stats are just a little too high. It's too glass cannony really for the PvP, but it doesn't have enough stats for PvE either. And Weirdeer also is not really super useful, but if you're hunting for shinies, this is the best use for those three. For the 5-star raid, we will still have Genesect at least until December 12th at 10 a.m. Just to kind of quickly review, its max CP is 1916 for the level 20. That's what you're looking for the Hundo. And for weather boosted, which is snow, and for at least my area, that is pretty common right now. The weather boosted max CP is 2395 for raids. Max CP is decent but not super high at 3791. It has a decent attack and a okay defense with decent stamina. All in all, it's a really good bug and steel type attacker. And honestly, with the more likely you're going to use it for the bug type, but steel's more useful for most of the enemies that we're going to really want to fight. But it's pretty good for PvE for later bugs that we want to take down. Genesect is ultra weak to fire. It's so weak that it can't be easily two-manned, and if you have a really strong team, you can be able to solo this. And it takes reduced damage from a large variety of units. Bug, Dragon, Fairy, Ice, Normal, Psychic, Steel have normal resistances, and Grass and Poison at double resist. And for the Mega Raids, currently we have Mega Banette until December 12th at 10 a.m. as well. CP for the raid 100 or Hundo is 1313. Weather boosted, which is Fog, which we don't get very often here, is going to be 1642. Its max CP as a Mega is good at 4063. As a Mega, it is a S tier ghost type attacker with 312 attack. As a normal unit, it is much lower. It's around an A-, which is still a decent overall attacking unit, but not nearly as powerful as its Mega form. The Mega Banette takes increased damage from Dark and Ghost, and Mega Banette takes reduced damage from Bug, Poison, and has double resistance to fighting in normal as well. For this, if you do not have a Mega, I would highly suggest that you go get one of these. It is fairly useful, and it's always nice to have some extra candy as well, so that you can increase it for as much as you need. Finally, on December 12th, we will be getting Mega Latios. Latios will be coming the week after. It is honestly a very good Mega. Something that is I'm going to be focusing on during the next 2 weeks are the Mega Latios and Latias. Latios takes increased damage from a pretty large variety: Bug, Dark, Dragon, Fairy, Ghost, and Ice. And takes reduced damage from Electric, Fighting, Fire, Grass, Psychic, and Water. Its Hundo is 2861, and when it's windy, weather boost is 3577. So, all in all, this is definitely a exciting, at least Mega Raid, and it does take place as a 5-star, so there is no 5-star overall to also go during the Mega Raid. So it will be more likely you'll see Latios out starting December 12th at 10. And we also have 2-kilometer eggs. The first egg is Togepi, one of my favorite units. And when it's grown up to Togekiss, it becomes a very good fairy type attacker. The next one's Tyrogue, which has a lot of different forms, but the more you're good at hatch, the more you're looking for the shinies, because you got a lot of forms to hatch for. And next one is Smoochum, which is one of the weirder units for me in the game. But all in all, it's more for just looking for a shiny. The next ones here, the young and the wise. Obviously all the 2K eggs are going to be little babies. Bonsly is not really the strongest unit, but Sudobuku is a pretty cool unit. I do like the tree. And you have a good chance for a shiny here. And the other 2 units are the little ones of really powerful gym defenders. Happiny is one, and Munchlax is the other. Chansey and Snorlax, obviously, everybody knows them from their gym defense days, as they're known for really, really high HP. And actually, if you get a good Munchlax hatched, you can get a decent Snorlax, but because of the way that the eggs work, you're not really getting the PvP IVs that is necessary in order to get the Snorlax that you're looking for. Finally, on Saturday, December 14th, 2024, from 2 to 5 p.m. your local time, we will have Necrozma Raid Day. This is basically a 3-hour raid event that is a repeat of our Go Fest. Normally, I would be less excited, but because Necrozma is such a powerful unit, if you are unable to get the Necrozma that you wanted, or even get a Necrozma, and now you're able to farm this event with all that you're worth, the unit is one of, if not the strongest normal unit in the game. And with it being fused with Cosmog, if you have enough Cosmogs, you can have 2, if not, actually, I think I have 3 Cosmogs. But I have both a Duskwing and a Dawn. But Dusk Mane and Dawn Wings Necrozma will appear frequently in battle. It will be roughly a 50-50 split. We do expect, or at least I expect, it to rotate every hour for all the gyms that are there. For where we go, we were able to walk to 12 different gyms within each hour, which was just enough time, and being able to do 11 or 12 raids each hour was pretty nice. Now it being wintertime and it being a little bit more treacherous, I'm not so sure we'll be able to get as many, but even 8 or 9 per hour is still a pretty good turnaround for at least this event, I would say. And we also have an increased encounter shiny Necrozma raids. And on top of it, very importantly, we will receive 5 additional free raid passes from spinning gym photo discs for a total of 7. And you're like, wait, Matt, there's each day right now we get 2 free raid passes. So doing 1-star raids to use your free passes is definitely a usable tactic if you aren't able to really spend a lot of time for raids, and getting like the Sinestry or any of the 1-stars that are coming up for this week. You definitely have the ability to farm it a little bit more than normal, and honestly, that's a lot of fun, and I really like that. And on top of it, we will have a remote raid pass limit increased to be 20 from Friday 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, December 14th. After that, if you purchase the Ultra Ticket box at $5 event ticket, you will get 8 additional raid passes as well for daily total of 15 raids, which is really nice. Increased chance to get rare XL candy from raid battles. Honestly, that is one of the main draws for buying the tickets for Necrozma. You really want to level it up as high as you can. Necrozma is obviously king in PvP for Master League, and those XLs are incredibly important. You also get 50% more XP from raid battles and 2 times the Stardust from raid battles, which is just more fuel for the fire. These bonuses will be effective from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So even after 5 p.m., if you're still got a few more raids that you have in you, you will be able to still get these bonuses on top of it. You can purchase, etc., etc. If you go to the Pokemon Go store, this ultimate ticket box will be $4.99 and will give you an additional premium battle pass at no additional cost. So really the only reason you're not going to buy this ticket at the Pokemon Go store is if you're a child account. And after seeing the adventure effects from the videos before, um, Dusk Mane Necrozma gets Sunsteel Strike, which basically allows you to, with using 3,000 Stardust and 3 Necrozma candy, you can get the Harness of the Power of Sunlight for 10 minutes, which allows you to encounter Pokemon that are usually only in daytime during the nighttime, which is actually kind of important for the trainers that are in the high latitudes. And that will allow you to get like Pidgeys, Lone Executors, etc. And occasionally with that, you'll get the Rockruff that can evolve into a dark form like Lycanroc. If you're lucky, that's really the main reason why you use Sunsteel Strike is to get the Rockruffs. And you can extend the timer in increments of 10 minutes by using the same amount of Stardust and Necrozma candy, and up to 24 hours in total. And I actually am very glad you can do up to 24 hours if you're willing to do that. Yeah, it's expensive though, but still, at least you can. And on top of that, you cannot use Sunsteel Strike or Moongeist Beam at the same time when you've got another adventure effect like an Incense, Daily Adventure Incense, or Mystery Box, or Coin Bag. It's only one or the other. Moongeist Beam is Dawnwing's Necrozma, which is basically Necrozma fused with Lunella, and Dusk Mane is Necrozma fused with Solgale. You could, it's the exact opposite. You harness the power of Moonlight for 10 minutes. So during the daytime, you can get nighttime enemies, and you can also use that for the Dusk form, like Lycanroc as well. Alright, for Necrozma, when you battle the Necrozma, or when you get Necrozma, its IV is 2104 and max is 2630. CP is 4163, which is pretty high, with good attack at 215, or 251, sorry. Good stamina at 219 at Hundo and 195 defense. It's weak to Bug, Dark, and Ghost as its neutral form, and it takes increased damage from, or reduced damage, sorry, from fighting in Psychic. But if you fuse it with to create Dawnwing's Necrozma, its stats go up. And these are the ones that you're going to be fighting with. So these are the Hundo CPs that you're most likely interested for. You'll have 2342 CP for Dawnwings, which is actually the same for Dusk Mane, so it's just the same one. Dawnwings, though, it will be increased with wind or fog, so hopefully it is a windy day for you there. And its weather boost is 2813 to 2928. It does Dawnwing Necrozma takes increased damage from Dark and Ghost, and it takes reduced damage from Psychic Poison. It has double resistance to normal and triple resistance to fighting. Finally, we have Dusk Mane Necrozma. Same CPs as Dawn Wings, except this one is wind and snow. So at least my area, we're almost guaranteed to get one of those. Uh, Dusk Mane Necrozma does take increased damage from more and different types. It takes dark, fire, ghost, and ground. But Dusk Mane Necrozma takes a lot less damage overall, especially in Dragon, Fairy, Flying, Grass, Ice, Normal, Rock, and Steel, and has double resistance to Poison and Psychic. All in all, I honestly think this is a pretty good week in Pokemon Go. As always, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions about this week or would like additional information, please ask below. If you would like to follow me on Twitch, you can also follow me on twitch.tv/madguru, where we have a Pokemon catching community game every 15 minutes or so as well. And on top of that, with that, as is promised, I will always try and do better. But trainers, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.